Hello and welcome. In this lecture, we're learning Openstack using Stack. And you can see I'm just logged into my Stack account. And what we're going to do now is we're going to create a 3-tier application and access the web server from outside Stack environment. Uh, in that process, I'm going to create a web server first. Then I'm going to create a MySQL server. And then I'm going to install WordPress in this environment using MySQL and web server. I'm going to install WordPress on that. And then I'm going to access WordPress from my system here. And that's about it. So let's go forward and create a multi-VM WordPress environment. Okay, so let's go forward and click launch instance. Here I'm going to create my web server, and I'm going to create that small flavor, one instance, create from the image, select the image as CentOS 7, and access security, my key pair, and security group. Well, before this, what I'm going to do is let's create a new security group. Okay, and let's play a bit on security group. Previously, if you see that we used the default security group, and we have given all the egress and ingress. You see, we allowed all the traffic in that. Okay, so let's see how we can control the traffic, because we are going to create a web server. So I want, because it is in cloud, so I want it should be secured. So let's create a new security group. I call it my web server, web security group. Okay, and description just the same, my web server security group. Okay, create this. You see that this is created. So, and just go forward and click manage rules and see what are the default rules created. Okay, let it be like that. So don't change anything on that. Go and create instance now. Launch the instance. My web server, small image, CentOS 7. Now here, if you see that there are two security groups, select this one, my web security group. Key pair is my key pair, networking, my network, and that's all. I'm not going to give anything as of now, any input, and launch it. Okay. Go forward my web server. Log. Let's see if it is created. Console. Okay, I logged in. You see that CentOS 7 is running now. Well, do we know what is the username and password for this? We don't know. Well, we know only the username. Okay, the CentOS cloud image has got username as CentOS, but the password is not set. So there is no way I can access this instance using password. So what I have to do is I have to access it using my key pair which I have assigned. You see, the key pair assigned is, see the overview, and key name is my key pair. And that now to access this VM, I have to first of all assign a public IP. You see, I have a public IP created already. So associate the floating IP, and this is my floating IP, and associate it. Now with this IP, I can access it and I can log in using PuTTY. Now open PuTTY and just let me delete my old setup all. Okay, so what is my IP? Paste it, 843.86.255, and I call it web server, and go to data. What is the username? CentOS is the username. SSH, go to auth, browse the key, and okay, here is, I have kept the key here, try stack, and there's the key pair, ppk file, open it, and go forward, click session, web server, and just save it for future use. Okay, now web server, open it. Okay, you see that it is not connecting. Why? Because obviously I have not allowed it to connect. There is no SSH security group does not allow the SSH port. You see my web security group. Okay, this is, you see the rules, it is not allowing, because we have not allowed. Even if we cannot ping it, if you see that, I cannot ping it. The IP ping, I can't. Okay, so obviously the SSH key will not work. Now let me allow it by allowing adding some of the rules. Go to manage rules, add rule, and if you want to just allow the ping, just allow the all the ICMP protocol and click add. Now you see if you can ping. You see, now I can ping. Okay, so similarly, if I want to do SSH, add the rule, and here if you see that there is a SSH protocol already available, just add that. Okay, you see that ingress TCP 22 port is added, and now I can log in using SSH. Web server, select web server and open it. You see, I am able to log in using SSH to my web server. Okay, so now I am able to log in, and now just check if I can connect to, I can ping outside to Google or something. Yes, I can. So install the web server now. Sudo yum install HTTPD. I'm going to install web server. Okay, installed. So go forward and run it. System control, systemctl, start HTTPD. Okay. Here I have to obviously use the sudo one. I don't have a password. In fact, if I want, I can set up the password now after accessing first time. After accessing first time, I can set, I can create user, I can set a password to my root user, and so on and so forth. So I'm not doing that right now. So using this, just the sudo ctl start HTTPD. Okay, just enable it so that when you restart the server or restart the VM, it should run automatically. Sudo enable HTTP. Okay, now we can check actually whether our web server is running or not. I can take the instance, the public IP, and just put that into my browser. Okay, you see I cannot. Why? Because I have not allowed port 80 in my security group, right? So you see this is not able to be reached. Go and manage the rules. Now add rule, go forward and HTTP, rule HTTP, just add it from any server. Now refresh it. Yes, here I am. So now I have just install web server on my VM on FlyStack or on Openstack. Okay. So if you are confident now and to create instance, accessing it, creating the security group, and modifying the rules, and using the key pair, you access it. And now if you want, you can create a user, and you can give a password to it, and in fact you can change the root password to this VM and access it using the root password. Okay, that's all to this video, and let's go forward to my next. In my next video, we're going to install a MySQL server on an instance, and then we'll go forward. Thank you. Thanks for watching.